So here we have it.
Oh, you bitches.
So here we have it. This is our finished product. Well, almost our finished product. It still has to ferment. But this is our 5 gallons of unfermented brown porter. It's about as close to an old world porter as you're going to get. The way they used to achieve porters back in the old days, and porters are a very, there's not a lot of history written on them. They just kind of evolved over time, and no one really bothered to really document how they were made too well. But they used to take 3 different beers and blend them into a porter, and that was called an entire. We simply did a single infusion brew. So it's really not done according to the old tradition of brewing a porter, because that would have required me brewing 3 different beers, and that's a whole other issue. But you know, this has I simply read up on what the flavor profiles of what an old porter were. I looked at what the what the gravities of a porter should have been, which most porters back in the old days were believed to be a lower gravity beer. They were intended to be a source of sustenance, a source of nourishment for people that were working on the docks, working in the train yards, and that's what this beer will provide. It'll provide some sustenance as well as some flavor. Very, very low alcohol, probably about a 4.8% alcohol is what I'm shooting for. I love the color on it. The last possible minute addition of molasses is going to add a very unique quality to it, just a touch of maybe like a smokiness with a maybe a real deep, rich caramelization to it. Really happy with the color of this beer and how it turned out. And judging from what I tasted with my hydrometer readings and samples, I feel it's probably going to end up a nice medium-bodied beer. I'm hoping that all my hop additions went well and that they're going to provide the right amount of a balance to the sweetness. So overall, I couldn't have asked for a better brew day. It went really well. I'm happy with the volume, happy with the color. I think this is going to turn out really well. So, cheers and happy brewing. Please like me on Facebook under Sturdy Girl Brewing, or Chris Kambouris. Friend me on Facebook, and I'll be happy to share as many home brewing tips as I possibly can. Cheers.